All right, so what's going on with this Happy Gilmore 2 trailer? I haven't seen it. I'd love to watch it. Is it good? Does it look good or does it look bad?
It'll probably do that thing where it's not as good as the first one, but
it's gonna be like
fun. It's like nostalgic fun. That's how I'm watching it no matter what. There's nothing that'll stop me from watching it.
No, so that movie was my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Probably to this day, it's still is.
my favorite.
It's still my favorite.
It's so good.
It doesn't hold up the same way. It's funny. I watched it with my son. It is definitely funny still. But me and my sister cackled at that movie like
when you were like 15.
I
16.
mean, I had never laughed at anything in my entire life.
It's funny you say that because I think that's what we were with. Oh, I'm sorry. It's funny you say that because I think that's where we were with Caddyshack. Like we watched it, and our parents is like, "This is the fucking greatest thing ever."
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I think it's really funny. But I'm like, I don't know about the greatest thing.
It has really great moments, but it's like, but when you're coming of age, that's what they say about SNL. They're like, when you're 12. That's the cast that you think is the best.
Yeah, you're never gonna like comedy more than when you were 13 or 14.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because whatever it is, you're just ready to giggle at the fucking world. Granted, I did watch Austin Powers 1 and 2 with my son, and he kind of rolls his eyes at it.
Does it really?
Interesting.
And I cackled my dick off.
Yeah,
the scene where they unfreeze him and he has to pee.
Yeah,
and they keep on being like, bladder, evacuate, bladder, evac, and he keeps on going.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bits in that.
Oh, great.
Really
it's
good
great.
bits in that.
There's also like they're weirdly like it's like self-aware, like purposely bombing, which I love. Like that's like my whole style of comedy. And purposely bombing. And
for the last 15 years, it's a lot of purpose.
Oh yeah, dude, a lot on purpose. But
very purposeful person.
Yeah, it was. No, he liked it. He's way in, but he's fucking. Maybe it's also. I think it makes him uncomfortable. There's so much sexuality in it. Like it's such a like.
And he's watching it with his dad.
Yeah, he's watching it with his pops.
Yeah. I could see that being. I think. I think I haven't seen the preview, but I'm guessing it's going to be like Anchorman 2, where you're like, this is funny, but
not
it's
as
just,
good.
You know, it's trying to capture lightning in a bottle.
I imagine they could just fucking make it funnier, and they can. There's a path to making a better movie.
But he's at the point where it's like he can do no wrong. He has that deal, right? And he's gazillionaire. He has so much money. And he's like making movies with his buddies. There's nobody there that's like, hey, you need this to be amazing. So like for your career or what, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, I think it's funny. My friends do. We just put it out. And if you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, we'll just make another one. We'll make, something else.
I would just want to put out fucking great shit.
Yeah, right. Totally.
I wouldn't want to take a step back. I wouldn't want to, especially with a brand like Happy Gilmore, which was such a great movie.
Yeah.
Like I would want to be like, oh no, when we put out a sequel, I'm gonna get the best writers because all you're gonna do is hire the best writers.
Yeah.
Hire the best
Adam's
production
very
company.
good to his people.
Yeah.
So I think it's like he doesn't ever have to work again, but he's got a lot of fucking mouths to feed.
And I think he thinks it
company.
when he's putting it out. I think he thinks it's like, hey, this is great.
Well, I think we also watched what happened to a lot of people, which is they went from making movies for them and their friends to making movies for their kids.
Yes, yeah,
that is true. That's
those
a great
murder
point.
mystery.
That's a great point. Yeah.
But I mean, dude, if you shut your brain off, Hubie Halloween, pretty
I heard
fucking
it's kind of fun. Yeah.
Pretty fun.
I saw it.
And I've said this before, so I won't harp on this point. Adam Sandler, just in general, same thing with Jim Carrey. That whole like I'm a character as like a main movie character. I have a hard time getting past it. I'm like,
It's
so
also harder,
Happy
more
Gilmore
wildly
he was kind of a normal dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like Waterboy, it was a fucking, he played a guy.
Like,
Little Nicky was like this weird character.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, it's tough because you're seeing this guy, Adam Sandler, be the opposite of for like 15 years,
Right.
and just make money and money, and then he plays like a dumb guy, and you're like, you're not really fucking
Yeah,
this. We just saw you fucking.
I have a hard time suspending, and I just get annoyed. I would be annoyed if I had to hang out with fucking Ace Ventura in real life. You're like, stop talking to me with your asshole, buddy. What are we? Are you fucking 35? What are you doing?
It is weird when you meet comics like that. I've met a couple where I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't gonna happen.
Oh, it's like
This
a
whole
bit,
night,
constantly
this whole,
on,
This whole
a
night's
whole-
a fucking bit.
I feel like
The
Jim
always
Carrey
on guy?
might be a tough one. That's completely based on when they did the funeral for Bob Saget at the store.
Oh, what did he do?
He's just like on stage in a fur coat, but like everyone's trying to tell stories, and he's on stage at the Comedy Store for the first time in 30 years, and he really makes it about him.
Jesus. Yeah, he seemed like he's an ass. You know, the other thing that I hate that he did is that, remember his whole origin story was like, when I was starting out in comedy, I wrote myself $1 million check and said I'm going to cash it one day. And then he becomes this huge celebrity, famous comedic actor. And then now he's doing things where he's like, it's all bullshit. Why? Because you have $500 million.
Right. Is that his quote? Which it may not even be a real quote. Where it's just like, if you're not willing to downgrade your life for a year, something. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know the quote. But
I've seen that quote a lot.
What is
I'm not
that
sure
quote?
if it's from-
Look up the quote, Jorge. It's by Jim Carrey, and it's something about downgrading your life for a year. It's like, yeah, if you're worth $100 million, downgrading to $50 million is not that fucking.
yeah.
If you're not willing to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to have the lifestyle you want forever, you care too much about what other people think. I don't even understand what that fucking means.
Well, but it's interesting about like Jim Carrey couldn't work at E-Trade. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't do a normal job. He's just too fucking magnetic and so I think that like this was the option for him. Like it was like, yeah, this was the smartest thing that you could have done. But
and he came up on In Living Color, which was also doesn't hold up
Try
at
it out
all.
for
And I
SNL.
loved In Living Color.
No, Living Color does not hold.
Does not hold up at all.
it's all just like basic like fucking broad strokes on homophobia and stuff.
1,000%.
That's basically it.
Like
right?
like what is it? Guys on film, whatever it's called. It's
Yeah.
like it's when you're a kid, you're sitting there like, this is hilarious.
Oh, this is hilarious.
It's still like they're funny guys, but it's like never in a million years would it
I
happen.
mean, Homie the
There's no way.
Clown was like, as a kid, I was like, oh, Homie the Clown, Homie don't play that.
Yeah.
There's nothing funny about Homie the Clown at all.
No, he's just an asshole clown.
It was an asshole clown. It wasn't
He's
good.
fucking with the kids.
I have one on the podcast.
Yep.
Shaq interviewed Damon Wayans really recently, and Shaq's like, "Man, you know who I love? Handyman."
I saw that. I
They
saw
made an
that.
all
do that now?
Handyman movie. You remember that?
Nope. You've done this already.
They did make a
You're-
Handyman movie.
You're thinking of
I think of Glimmer Man.
Blank
I think.
Man.
Blank Man.
I am thinking of Blank Man. You're
Oh.
right. We had this conversation about 7 years ago on the Real Ass podcast.
Yes. I want to say about a year ago, and you
Comes full
were
circle.
talking about the
That was more than a
Handyman
year
movie.
ago, unquestionably. I remember this. This is a long time ago, very long
Well, then
time
we've
ago.
had it again since
Maybe
then.
we repeat a lot of content.
It happens.
Have movies gotten funnier or less funny? I think overall they've gotten like laugh out loud funnier. Like 40-Year-Old Virgin is fucking laugh out loud funny. When what's it called? What's not Bachelor Party? What's it fucking called?
The Hangover.
The Hangover was, I mean, so fucking funny when it came out.
They don't make them anymore. It's hard to even answer that question because
Yeah.
like this was like 2023.
Even that's like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, those movies are.
2023 or 2022, and I was looking at top 100. There was like one movie that wasn't a franchise, that was just a standalone comedy, and that was like Bottoms, and that was like 97. That was not a big movie.
Yeah.
You know, like the other closest was like Barbie or something like that. You know,
Well,
like a
that's
Pixar
also not
movie.
even a funny. It's not even a funny movie. It's a brand that has kind of like funny
funny, like
elements to it.
Beetlejuice. Yeah, like something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, I will say, as much as the R-rated comedy does not exist, Stavi's new movie, very funny.
Oh, okay.
Let's Start a Cult. And then I will say, really funny, Ricky Stenicki, the John Cena.
Oh, I heard
Zac
that's really
Efron
good.
movie.
I heard that's really
I've
good.
just
yeah.
read. I've read that because I helped Germain, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, good. Go to the bathroom. It's fine.
But yeah, this I haven't seen the cult one because me and this Zach Bornstein writer for SNL were developing a cult thing forever, and then I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? So I'm like, this is probably good.
Yeah, I guess that's what it's like. So the movies, especially because now movies are in the theaters for like 2 weeks. That's it.
Yes.
There's no like real upside to fucking even making a movie at this point. So it's everything is like big, over the top superhero movies. Like that's what people want to fucking see. That's what I want to see in the movies. I don't want to go
It's
see
an
a
event.
romantic comedy at the fucking movies. That stinks.
You want an event, you
Yeah.
know, and I think that that's where a lot of. I think the big problem too is that like you can get your comedy fix from a phone. You can't get your drama fix from a phone. Like
Yeah.
I can't watch an entire. I can watch an entire episode of Succession, but I'm not going to see a 2-minute clip of Succession that's going to give me the whole experience of that episode.
Right.
With comedy, like you see a guy getting hit in the nuts, it's the same. It comes from the same area that The Hangover was. It's just, you know, The Hangover's more refined,
Right.
but it's the same human need. So I just think that we've kind of like programmed our way out of the
a little
2-hour
bit,
comedy.
A little bit. I forced my son to just not watch YouTube all day because he doesn't watch like. He's not watching like complete brain rot. Like there's like certain shit where it's just like
There's some good stuff on YouTube.
literally people like just scraping paint out of a bucket, and that's it. That's the whole video is like a guy scraping the side of a bucket to get the paint out of it, and kids are just watching that and going like, and I know the same way that our parents would be like, oh, you're watching this trash on MTV. It's like, but no, it's not. Like,
it's interesting.
Dude, it's really wild, dude.
Because it's like they're watching a meditation.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like satisfying or whatever that is. There's like, it'll just be like, 1,000 Orbeez in a pool and somebody jumps in it and you're like, that's the whole video.
I think it's just, well, my wife and her mom, they just watch like this couple like fucking refurnishing homes and stuff. And that's their...
Well, I watch that.
That's
I watch
YouTube.
House Hunters renovations is kind of my shit.
It would be the next, if I book one more job, it'll be my shit. But right now, it's not my shit because I'm like, fuck, I'm still going to rent.
Yeah, it bums you out to watch.
Until,
House
but hopefully
Hunters.
the next thing, then I can watch all those shows. And
Hell
be
yeah,
happy.
dude. Yeah.
Especially Orange County, you can get a reasonable home. Not too bad.
Upstate, that's where you're at?
I'm in Stamford, Connecticut right now. But,
You're in Stamford.
Yeah.
I just did that comedy club there. Great club.
Great club.
Great club.
Yeah, New York Comedy Club. It's like it's Stamford is almost, it's like a road city near New York. Like every time you're on the road, you're like, oh yeah, there's the comedy club, the Barnes and Noble, the sushi place, the Build-A-Bear,
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a good time there. Shout out to Stamford New York Comedy Club. Great club. What's going on, Sean?
What?
How are you, man? We were just discussing. He was telling me you have health problems now. What's going on?
No, I almost shit my pants.
No, he was just saying there's some real like.
So, yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Remember that? Ari told everybody I died.
Ari told everyone you died.
Ari told everyone you died.
Oh yeah, one time he told everybody I died, and then people were sending messages being like,
To you.
I do that once a month with Zach. Anytime Zach's not on the show, I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun call to get from my dad. A panicked phone call.
yeah.
Your dad's like,
It was a
I
while
got
ago.
my hopes up.
Yeah.
Like,
Shannon, show us this trailer.
Well, Shannon's at
there we
home.
go, more too.
Whatever your name is.
Arnold, Jacko, Tiger, SpongeBob? What is that? What's with the beaver teeth?
Oh, that's the Dwayne Wade joke.
I haven't swung a club in years. I'm a little intimidated. All these guys hit it big now. I don't know where to start.
Come on, brother. Grip it and rip it.
I guess I need to update my happy place to something a little more age appropriate.
Oh, she came back. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought Blake back too.
Mr. Gilmore?
Holy shit.
I'll say right now, I'm watching it and I'm enjoying the trailer. All they needed to do was have Ben Stiller and fucking.
I know.
Let's go.
It's a good trailer but they avoid jokes.
They
It's
avoid-
just memory. It's like remember this, remember this, remember
It's all
this.
member berries. It's they.
I am so sorry.
They bring back Shooter
Only
McGavin.
on
You
Netflix.
can't have
They
it
showed.
without
They showed.
brought him
Shooter.
here.
Yeah.
But the smart thing is they didn't have him talk.
Yeah.
Because the thing everyone wants to see, I think, is Shooter McGavin
Yeah.
and him. So they never showed them even in the same room.
Yeah. Haven't got the interactions.
Yeah, I mean-
Everybody wants another you eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
I
No.
guess he doesn't need to put out a good movie. It just needs to sort of. It'll be exciting for us, but
I think he's got a good thing now where he has his production companies for the Adam Sandler type movies, and
Yeah.
then when he wants to do like a Scorsese movie or a fucking this is the Safdie movie, the Uncut Gems, he can just go off and do that.
yeah.
Well, I watched Axel. Speaking of like nostalgia, that I just recently watched. It came out last year, I guess. But I watched the Axel F, the Beverly Hills Cop one. I'm like, it's technically not great, but I'm like, as long as you put the nostalgia in there, I'm like on board.
Well, so Coming to
It was
America was
decent.
a steaming pile of shit. Coming to America too, like it was maybe the worst fucking sequel I've ever seen of any movie ever.
I did punch up on that, so I can't comment.
Did you really?
I did a little for somebody, but hey, I didn't fucking create it, so whatever.
Drama llamas here. Sorry.
Did at any point in the script writing process anyone go, Why are the old men the same age?
They just gave me like literally it was somebody that was in it, and they gave me the pages they were in, and then none of my shit was used. So
Wow.
Luis and Zac are back for the baby boy. Luis and Zac are back for them baby boys. Luis and Zac are back for them baby boys. Luis and Zac are back and they making noise.